Hello everybody, and welcome to a new series on the channel, Fixing Shinies. In this series I take a look at 5 Pokemon and their shiny forms and see if I can make their shinies better than the Pokemon Company can. In this series I'll try to do 3 things per episode. 1 Pokemon I really want to change, 2 that I'm neutral with, and 2 that the viewers pick. And since this is episode 1, I decided to ask 2 of my friends to pick the viewer shinies for this episode. So next week, you guys can leave your comments in the comments below. So just to let you all know now, the artwork in the top left is the normal non-shiny sprite, and in the top right is its actual shiny. And the 3 smaller versions of it are the custom shinies. So let's begin. So let's start things off with the first Pokemon. The Pokemon I really wanted to fix was Komala. If you've ever asked me what my least favorite shiny is, I have to say, without a doubt, it's this Pokemon. To me, an object that a Pokemon is holding or wearing shouldn't change color, because that's really the equivalent of painting it, and really enforcing that meme that a shiny is just a painted Pokemon. What's to say I can't paint that wood log it's holding and call it a shiny? So, I decided to try a few things. The top one you see is gray and white, which would be a realistic color for a koala, and I personally think it looks really good, but it's not my favorite of the 3. The bottom left is a take on the way the shinies in Gen 7 were made. One main aspect of the Pokemon's color was changed, but that was it. If you look through, you'll see many shinies fall under that category, so I decided to try to make it look cool, and went for a golden color. And for the bottom right, I decided to make a semi-color inverted, in the sense that its yellow ear turned to the color of the normal base, and the blue base turned to the color of the ear. Personally, I thought it was really weird, so I made it a little bit more of an orange instead. So let me know what you think. Which one was your favorite in the comments, or let me know what you would have done. Now for the first Pokemon I'm kinda neutral with. Darmuka. Now, this isn't the best shiny, but it isn't the worst. That's why it's neutral. I wanted to do 2 neutrals each episode, so 1, I don't fix all the shinies I dislike and get bored of the series after the first 4 episodes, and 2, so I don't fix all the fan favorite shinies. I know that there are a lot of them that people dislike, and personally I'm okay with, so I don't want to do all of those and just burn this series out. Plus this gives me a chance to make the shinies look even cooler and for more unique Pokemon, which is the entire idea of this series. So on the top for Darmuka, I decided to go for a bluish purple look. I felt like it was a cool contrast to the red and yellow, and the several fire-type Pokemon shinies look pretty cool in blue, for example Ponyta. For the bottom left, I went for more of an orange look to keep similar with the type, and I think it looks really good. And for the bottom right, I went for a more Yeti-based look because of the Galarian form. I was having issues on this one because I wanted to see it in a white or purple, but neither really looked too well on its own, and I didn't really want to copy the Galarian form shiny or normal. So let me know your thoughts on this one. The second neutral is Balto, and now I only realized this when messing around with its colors that it's actually in part a Pokeball, and apparently Lord Hunter Plays didn't know this either. So I decided to go for some more Pokeball based designs. So starting up on the top, which was probably the worst one, can you guess that Pokeball? It's the Park Ball. Yep, for some reason I thought it would look good, but it didn't honestly, and I prefer the original shiny over this one, but I figure that maybe someone would like it, so I kept it. But I can't say the same about the bottom 2. On the bottom left, I decided to base it off a Premier Ball, and personally I think Premier Balls are sick, and I think this looks sick too. It's very similar to the other few where I change only one color, but if you look closely I put some more saturation on the red to make it look a lot more shiny than a kind of dulled down toy that I believe is the idea of the color scheme of the original. And for the bottom right, we have the Luxury Ball. If you guessed the Ultra Ball, don't worry, that was what it was supposed to be until I realized it looked way more like a Luxury Ball than an Ultra Ball. Personally, I really like this shiny. I really like Baltoy's normal shiny, but I feel like it's wasted potential on the concept, seeing as a lot of other Pokeball-based Pokemon look really cool as other Pokeballs. Let me know if you would have based it off a different Pokeball, or completely ignore the Pokeball aspect and switch its colors to something completely different. Now, onto the first viewer-suggested shiny. This one was suggested by my friend Lord Hunter Plays, who wanted me to do Fanfey. Now, looking at it, we can all agree it's got a boring shiny. A very minor brightness was added to the blue and the red, and overall it's just underwhelming. So I decided to go for a more realistic approach again on the top one. I made it very similar to the gray a natural elephant has, and I think it looks really cool. Second, for the bottom left, I decided to go for a different blue, similar to how I did the Gen 7 Shinies, and I personally think this one looks really cool as well. For the bottom right, Hunter wanted me to go for a more evolutionary line-based shiny, as Shiny Donphan is orange, and to be completely honest, I don't know which one's better. I personally like all three about the same, so let me know in the comments. The final shiny for this episode was suggested by Obsidian Gaming, and he suggested Dragonite. Now, when I started talking about this series so long ago, I said I wanted to uproot almost all the Dragon-type Pokemon shinies, because in my opinion, almost every single one of them are bad. Obviously, you have some exceptions like Haxorus, which in my opinion is going to be one of my top 10 favorite shinies, but nonetheless, here we go. For the top, we have a purple Dragonite, and before you ask, no, it's not based off Spyro. Purple, for a majority of human history, has been seen as a majestic color and one of power, as it wasn't cheap to get back in olden times, so only royalty would wear it, the color. This is emphasized by the lack of countries with the purple in their flag. It's 2 to be exact, and seeing as how many countries there are, that's a very, very small ratio. And even the dragon types, with the gym leaders, badges, and even the Pokedex are associated with the color purple. So I decided to make Dragonite purple, and I personally think I might make a lot of the shinies purple. Personally, it's my favorite of the 3. The bottom left is pink and white, similar to how the shinies for Dratini and Dragonite are, so keeping with that evolutionary line. And for the bottom right, it was obvious suggestion to make it all white, and I think it actually looks really interesting. Personally, shinies in all black, all white, or gold are typically my favorites, and you might see a kind of lean towards those, but I still think it looks really good, as it wasn't what I was thinking of doing for Dragonite, but I think Abby had some good taste with that. And that's all I have for this video. This will be a once-a-week series, and I might be having someone else join in the near future. I won't say who in case they change their mind, but until then, if you want to leave your suggestions on what I should fix, all you need to do is tell me a Pokemon you want to be fixed and the color you want it to be. I might do the most liked comments, but I also might pick them at random. I'm not exactly sure yet, so please do let me know what you would suggest. That's all I got for now. I hope to see you all again next week for another episode of Fixing Shinies. Bye!